welcome back to Daily Eats. I'm Crystal. Today I'm coming to you with a recipe that I told you guys about before, and I'm finally getting around to sharing it. But it's called Mimi's Chicken. It's named after my husband because he came up with this recipe, and we're gonna have this over top of Spanish rice that my husband's gonna cook later. I'm thinking about throwing that in when he gets home and filming that separately and combining that with this video. And we also gonna have some brown and serve rolls, okay guys? So, and here's the brown and serve rolls. So let's just jump into the recipe. What you're gonna need is some garlic powder. You're gonna need adobo, some onion powder, a Sazón packet. You're gonna need salt and pepper. This is my own homemade sofrito, guys. Now, if you don't know how to make sofrito, please look up a recipe. I do buy the store kind. You'll see in a second that I'm gonna add that in. But, and this is just ice from the freezer, but I make my own sofrito with bell peppers, onions, garlic, parsley, cilantro, sazon, adobo, and olive oil. And it's so easy and it's so delicious, guys. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna throw some of that in. Here's the other sofrito, the store bought kind. This is a green one. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there. And also some flour, okay? So right now I have, the important part, my Instapot. I don't know why this is doing this. This is not doing this on my end. But anyway, that's my Instapot. And in here I have the chicken thighs. This is boneless chicken thighs that I season with the garlic, adobo, onion powder, salt, pepper, and sazon. That's already seasoned in there, okay? And I did drizzle that with olive oil, and I have it stirred around. And now I'm gonna add my, what else is it? The sofrito, and I'm gonna add the flour in 1/4 cup of water. Okay guys, so now I added the sofrito in. I added both my sofrito, and there's the green one over there, but this one is mine. And now I'm gonna put a little flour to coat it. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Let's see. I'm gonna coat it with a little bit of the flour. And that's gonna thicken up the gravy, guys. This is gonna like produce a gravy. So you could just stir that up. And I'm managing to do this with one hand. I'm managing to do this all with one hand, guys. So just make sure you add that flour and have it distributed all over the chicken. And that's what it's gonna look like. And that's gonna produce a nice gravy. And then we're gonna add in 1/4 cup of water. Here's our water here. And that's it, guys. We're gonna put the lid on. And we're gonna put this baby on cook for 45 minutes. So you just press this pressure cook button here, and then you put meat stew. So let me do it. I'm gonna press this. We're gonna do meat stew, and we're gonna press the more button and do it for 40 minutes. That's it, guys. That's all. Now, you could do this with frozen chicken. If you're gonna do this for frozen chicken, you probably have to do it twice. You probably have to hit that pressure cooker, the meat and stew button, and put it on 40 minutes. And then when it stops, you have to do it for a second round. But it cooks fast, it cooks easy. So guys, I really recommend that you try this recipe. We're gonna come back later. I'm gonna show you how to do the Spanish rice if CEO wants to throw that in. We'll get our brown and serve rolls together, and we'll just have a nice Friday dinner, guys. We laughing. CEO's here. He's been making his Spanish rice, and he's gonna show you this segment.
Yep, just making my Spanish rice. Crystal loves the Spanish rice that I make. I actually got this, kudos to my friend Rose. It's a Spanish recipe. She's Puerto Rican, so I learned it from her. and our family likes it. I'm gonna make the yellow version today of the rice. So basically I have about a tablespoon of oil that goes in first, and I have 3 cups of rice.
And let me show you the rice. So this is the brand of rice that we use. It's the medium grain rice. This is the Rico brand. This is a 20-pound bag. And look guys, we done went through all of this rice. We've been killing this rice. So he has 3 cups out here, and I'm gonna bring this to him, and he's gonna show you how he prepares his rice.
Yeah, so basically I got 1 whole onion. Just gonna cut that up.
So cilantro flakes.
Yes.
So he's cutting up his onion, and he's gonna dice that and add it to the pot.
Yep, just for 3 cups of rice, I'm probably gonna, you don't have to use the whole onion. It depends on if you like the flavor of onion. I'm not gonna use the whole piece of onion, only because it's just too much for me, and there's a lot of ingredients that goes in here. Okay, I'm just gonna dice it up real small, and trust me, you're not gonna fill the onions in the rice, because once it boils, it kind of disintegrates, so you're not filling it. Basically, I'm going to add these right now. I'm gonna make sure those skins are in them.
Yeah, what's the name's not on? We gotta turn the pot on.
I don't need the pot on yet.
Oh, okay. Look, I'm going ahead.
Add all the ingredients first.
Okay, so that's what he's doing.
So it's a half an onion. You can use a yellow onion or white onion, depends on your preference. We have both. I just grab whatever I can grab. Nobody complains, so I use both. Nobody said, oh, use that other onion. So I just use whatever I have.
I was about to get you for scraping that knife against my pot.
Listen here.
That's that Calphalon.
That's a Calphalon pot. All right, what you're gonna do, I usually do about a pinch of cilantro, pinch and a half of cilantro.
Okay, so we have oil, a half an onion, a pinch and a half of cilantro flakes. And you can get the cilantro flakes in, we buy them in the produce aisle, you know, because they last longer than the fresh. And, you know, when we call for a recipe that has it, I want to have it on hand and not have bad cilantro at home.
Now, because we're doing the yellow rice, I'm gonna add 2 packets, and you're doing 3 cups. I'm gonna add 2 packets of the Sazón Goya. So you're gonna add all this, both of these. All right, like so. Now I like to be clean like Crystal, so I like to throw my stuff away. I don't like that.
Clean as you go.
So I'm gonna add that. Where is my bouillon? There we go, right here.
So 1 bouillon or 2?
I like to add 2.
You want to show them the packaging?
Yes, I'm just gonna grab that out first. So this is the bouillon cubes, the chicken bouillon cube. I've used the Better Than Bouillon sauce that Crystal gets. That works really well.
Listen, if you haven't tried that Better for Bouillon, my Lord, you are missing out on something special.
So we got that.
2 bouillon cubes
2
there.
bouillon cubes. Now, normally, if I'm making white rice, I'll add a tablespoon of salt. I know it sounds like a lot of salt, but it really isn't. It soaks it up. The rice soaks up the flavor, and it's not as salty. But for this purpose, because I added the bouillon and I added the Sazón, I don't need that much salt. So I'm just gonna add like a teaspoon of salt in here.
But you usually do a tablespoon.
I usually do a tablespoon of salt if I'm making white rice. And it's good. You want a flavorful rice. You don't want no dull tasting spinach rice.
NoBlandFood.com.
So I'm gonna add that to the mix. And this next ingredient, I'm going to add, I'm gonna keep these spoons out here because this is key. So my next ingredient, I'm gonna use some mozzarella olive. So, geez Louise, what they put crazy glue in this? I do work out. I haven't worked out in a minute since I started school. I do.
Y'all see how you struggle with that cat?
So, I'm gonna add, get this out of here.
I gotta help my
I got it. I got this, sweetheart.
You gotta help the people out.
Now, I'm gonna do, and this is up to you as well. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoonfuls of olives. And I'm gonna do some olive juice, a tablespoon of olive juice. That one, no olive don't matter. So I may do another half tablespoon of olive juice. All right, that's that. So I think I am done here with all the ingredients that need to come in. Now you can add whatever else you want to add to it. Some people add ground beef. You can add sausages to it to do like a dirty rice if you want. But for our purposes, we're not going to do that today. So I'm going to turn my heat onto high heat. Right, I have 3 cups of medium grain rice. Now the key to making perfect rice is so simple. Every cup of rice you make, you're gonna add the same amount of water plus a half a cup. So if I'm doing 3 cups of rice, I'm gonna add 3.5 cups of water once all this is all done. And you put it on for 20 minutes. You gotta make sure it's tight. All right, if you don't have a good pot, aluminum foil on top of it, and then your pot cover on top of that. And you cover it 20 minutes, set your timer, leave it alone. Don't touch it, don't mess with it. It's gonna be ready in 20 minutes, no matter how many cups of rice you do, or what size you do. 20 minutes, that's all you need. All right, so what we're gonna do is start to, let me get a good spoon here.
I took the spoon out.
All right, I can use this. I'm gonna start to mix this around just to get it all together. All right, now once that gets a little heated up, I'm gonna add my rice. All right, you add all the rice. You wanna get it all nice and coated until the rice turns like an orange. The whole entire rice turns orange.
And it's orange because we want yellow rice. Now you could omit the sazon packs if you just want white rice, and it'll come out the same.
Right, just add more salt if you do that. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna get that, let that, and remember that the heat is on high, so we get this nice and toasty, okay? That's what we want. We want to get it nice and toasty. And the reason why we want it hot is for those flavors to mix in the rice.
Guys, that's looking good already. It's not even done. Yummy.
And in the meantime, while that's heating up, I'm gonna get my 3.5 cups of water.
So I'm gonna pan over, show you the chicken that I made. Guys, this is so delicious. I'm sorry for the steam, but this is gonna be so good over top of that rice. Oh my goodness. You have to try this recipe. My wonderful husband, he made this whole thing up. Oh, and we have dinner rolls. I'm gonna butter the dinner rolls and put those into the oven.
All right, so that was about 2 minutes.
So
if you let that get nice and hot, you're gonna add your water. Keep it on, keep the heat on high. All right, add all your water. You're gonna give it one stir or stir.
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 Let it sit there. Now, you don't put the cover on yet. What you want to do is make that come to a boil almost when it looks like lava. That's when you're going to reduce your heat, put your cover on, set your timer, and cook it for 20 minutes. Now you're going to put it on your lowest setting, the lowest setting as possible on your stove. But make sure, it's very important that there's no heat or steam escaping from your pot. That's important when you're making perfect rice. All right, so this is the boiling out, the lava boiling I was telling you about. Once it does that, it looks just like that. You're gonna give it one more stir, like that. And you're gonna reduce your heat to the lowest setting. And you're gonna cover it.
Now let me see what setting it's on. That's our setting, and he's gonna cover it.
Cover it. And we have good pans, guys, not to boast or anything. But we do have good pans.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna set my timer to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And you leave it alone, and that's basically it.
All right, so we'll come back after 20 minutes, and we're gonna show you the finished results of the rice, guys. And there you have it, guys. Hubs is finishing plating up the rest of it. We have the yellow rice and the chicken, and we have our rolls over there. We have our dump cake in the oven, which we will show you in 40 minutes, but look how pretty that is. Okay guys, I decided to do a quick dump cake to have with dinner. If you don't know what a dump cake is, it's so simple and easy. I'm using 2 cans of these fried apples with cinnamon. You can use apple pie filling or you can use peaches. We've done it with peaches before, but today we're gonna do it with apples. You're gonna need a box of yellow or butter cake mix and some butter. Some butter just to like cut along it. So Hubs is gonna assist me being that I'm filming, so he's gonna dump this. And this is why it's called dump cake. You just dump it. That's it. So he's gonna pour the cake mix in there.
And it's all you do. This is quick and easy. Like, we can do this homemade. We do a lot of our baking homemade, but it's Friday. We don't have a lot of time. We just want a quick dessert. And this is what you can do. You pour right on the whole box.
The whole box, you just dump it on top of the apples or peaches or whatever fruit of your choice.
Now you want to kind of get it evenly because you don't want pouches because it won't cook all the way through.
And now what we're going to do is we're going to put some butter on top of it. I already got a knife out for my Hubs. And make sure you use real butter. Don't use margarine. A lot of people use margarine. So you're going to just cut butter slices and put it right over top. Make sure you get it good because that's what makes that coating brown. Nice and brown and bubbly. Yummy.
Right, you want a crisp top. And some may be asking, is this unsalted butter or is it salted butter?
Oh yeah, unsalted butter.
Unsalted butter, y'all. I'll get that right here. I'm gonna get every single, and that butter is gonna melt and get right into these crevices. That's what we want.
So we're gonna cook that uncovered for about 40 minutes or until brown. Take it out and it's done. You're good to go.
Put that in the oven.
We're gonna show you what the finished product is in 40 minutes, guys. All right, guys, there you have it. This is the apple dump cake. Look at that. The apples is nice and bubbly right here. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Have this with some ice cream. It's nice and piping hot. And that's after 40 minutes. If you like this recipe, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to be notified every time we go live. Let me know if you're going to try this recipe or if you tried this rice before. Leave a comment in the comment section for us. Until next time, guys. Peace out.